Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with Martin's new D-28 StreetLegend. This is a new model that was introduced earlier this year at the 2023 NAMM show, and it's part of several new sort of versions of classic dreadnoughts. There's a D18 version as well as this D28 version, featuring satin finishes rather than the typical gloss finish that you would find on standard series Martins. And this is fundamentally a standard series guitar, so it features the same kind of construction and materials that you would find on a standard D28, but with a thinner satin finish, which actually brings the price down a bit. And in the case of the StreetLegend version of this, you can see it has the kind of distressed finish that makes it look like an older kind of worn guitar. And if you saw my recent demo of the D18, you probably saw that that guitar had a much more sort of severe wear patterns than this. It's a bit more subtle on this D28 version, which I'm told is based on a guitar that's in the Martin Museum. So you can see some of these wear patterns around the pickguard area and the sound hole area here where pick might hit it, as well as some sort of simulated dinks and such. What's interesting about this process is that rather than the sort of relict instruments that some particular electric guitar makers have started to offer, there's no actual damage done to the instrument. This is all done in the finish. It's not a artificial aging of some kind. If you run your hand over these areas, it feels exactly the same as the other areas of the finish. There's no actual finish missing or actual dinks put in. So it's a completely cosmetic choice only. Other than that, the guitar, as I mentioned, is a standard D28, and as such it has a spruce top, it has Indian rosewood back and sides, it has a mahogany neck, it has the volute on the back of the peghead here. It does have a set of aged-looking open back tuners, which kind of match the overall appearance of the guitar quite nicely. Has the standard white binding with black and white purfling, and D28 style fingerboard position markers. So no surprises there really in the type of appointments and the materials that the guitar offers, except of course for this aged appearance. The guitar also has the high performance taper neck shape that Martin's been using on many of their new guitars, which is a bit more contemporary feeling than certain Martin necks from the past. It's got a 1 3/4 inch nut width, which is a little bit wider than some have been. And under the hood, the guitar has the standard non-scalloped X bracing that is found on the standard D28 model. So of course the first thing I noticed when I took this guitar out of its case was the aged appearance, which is unusual for a brand new Martin guitar. The second thing I noticed when I took it out of the case was how relatively lightweight it is. Definitely on the lighter spectrum for a rosewood dreadnought, and I'm not sure whether the satin finish has something to do with that or just the way that these StreetLegends are built. But it is a light guitar, and you can tell in the sound. It's a very responsive instrument. Immediately, kind of the notes jump out at you. It's the kind of guitar that's fun to play right away. Kind of makes you take notice of the openness and the overtones and the tonality of the instrument. So really a fun guitar to play. As I mentioned, there is another version of this instrument that just has the satin finish without the StreetLegend treatment on it. And I think these satin finishes are an interesting development for Martin. It brings the cost of the instrument down a little bit. I think they can look very nice. They're obviously very thin, and they seem to contribute to a very resonant sound of these instruments. So while I had this guitar here, I had a chance to get Bay Area flat-picking guitarist Jim Nunally into the studio to do some playing on this. And I think I'll go out with Jim doing some flat-picking on this D28 StreetLegend. And I hope you come back here to Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. And of course, if you're seeing this on YouTube, come check us out at pegheadnation.com for not just gear demos, but also a wide range of lessons for guitar and various other stringed instruments. My name is Teja Gerken. Here's Jim Nunally.